mind so cunning, they'll kill you with the arrow that you never saw coming. It's the Suak! Heart of the nation, born on the ice, flows forgotten more lore than anyone else knows. When the storm breaks and the foemen stir, you'll see that real heroes wear fur. Cause when the war drums sound and the empire calls and the banners rise and the axe blow falls, then a nation sings its battle song. 10,000 voices rise as one, and we sing for the Steiner, sing for the Suak, sing for the Calabasian, sing for the Mark, sing for the Steiner, sing for the Suak, sing for the Calabasian, sing for the Mark. From the marsh and the swamplands, they rise. They'll listen to your stories, but they'll tear apart your lies. Cause wisdom isn't knowledge, wisdom isn't guessing, wisdom is interpreting the world so you can understand the lesson. They're the soul of the nation, keepers of the dead, whispering in ears, knowing what's said with a quiet little word, a gentle little nudge, or an axe to the face if you still won't budge. Calabasi! You wanna know your skine, you wanna know the way, you wanna fight clever and not throw your life away. Well, let me tell you something that the wise man knows. You got a problem? Take it to the crows. Cause when the war drums sound and the empire calls and the banners rise and the axe blow falls, then a nation sings its battle song. 10,000 voices rise as one, and we sing for the Steiner, sing for the Suak, sing for the Calabasian, sing for the Mark, sing for the Steiner, sing for the Suak, sing for the Calabasian, sing for the Mark. 3 people, 1 nation. That's what I heard. I've told you of the first 2, but where the fuck's the third? Well, don't look at me. It's not my blunder. Wait, does anybody else hear thunder? Well, think fast, cause the end is near. We're gonna need a miracle to see another year. We need a wall of shields, we need a wall of spears, and we need warriors who know no fear. Mail-clad heroes unafraid to die. Oh shit, what's that falling from the sky? It's the Steiner! Of the nation, bringing on the pain with iron in their hearts and steel in their veins. 3 people, 1 nation, birds of a feather. Hey Steiner, better late than never. Cause when the war drums sound and the empire calls and the banners rise and the axe blow falls, then a nation sings its battle song. 10,000 voices rise as one.
Hello everybody. How are we all doing? Are we all good? Are we all living the dream? It's quite warm this evening, and I have literally just wolfed down 2 massive sandwiches. Well, I say massive sandwiches. I've just wolfed down 2 sandwiches. So you know, that's how I roll. I've been struggling for this one, to be honest, this week. I haven't really known what to do. Alex, hey you. So I thought I'd put something out, see if anybody wanted to come on. No one did. So you're going to have to put up with me. Sandwich. Roll. Lol. Hello Panda, how are you? Hello Jazz, are you doing good? Finally unpacked the car today after work. I think we've still got stuff in the car. So, yeah, so I'm just sat down, I'm chilled, I've got my, this was birthday present from Helen and Lily. So this is Pompey's new kit, which I really like. Yeah, so I just thought I'd go have a chat about how the year has been. The highs, the lows, the meh, and stuff. So let's go for a bit of news. Let's try to think what's going on. So I've added a tier to my Patreon. Yes, I still have a Patreon. This one is called Two Chaps Go LARPing. So after Copenhagen, me and Digby sat down and we basically had an idea that it would be really cool, not just to make videos about Empire and stuff, but to make videos about as many LARPs as we could. Not in the same way as we did with Copenhagen, which was just, we were just there. Just a casual 41 months. Wow. That's mental. That's why we're married, I guess. Just so that we could then go off to other LARPs around the country, around the world, potentially, or hopefully, and make content on it, just so that everybody can see what these LARPs are like from a twatish Brit's perspective. I mean, who knew? So, our plan is to do... oh yeah, I've moved the chat thing. See, we've got a little chat. I'll put the chat back. See, it's there. Oh no, it's there. Oh yeah, there. That's better. Please, oh god, I've got a hype train going. Mental. Please to God, let there be a Muppets LARP somewhere. That would be insane. Someone Google it. There must be one. Something like that. Like an Avenue Q LARP. Can you imagine? The internet is for porn. So I applied for Bickerline for 2025. Got the interview Monday. Nice. That's really, really cool. Let us know how it goes. Let us know what they speak to you about. Let us know everything, really. I'm very curious. I would like to do Bickerline. I've heard a lot of good things and a lot of bad things about it. So it'll be very interested to do. But yeah, so there will be at some point in the stream a link to the Patreon. So I think I put it in for like a tenner a month. And if we can get enough people, then basically it'll build up, and then that will just be used for Two Chaps Go LARPing. The other tiers are just for me and what I do. So, yeah, we'll have a look. But it would be good to go off and do, because there's a lot of local little LARPs that we'd like to do where they have like 10 people, but they are very much passion projects. So it would be really nice just to see that sort of stuff. I think it would be very, very interesting. Will do. I applied with Voyage North. I'm going with a mate who came to E1. He lives in Canada, so we're hoping to both get through. Okay, that'll be cool. But yeah, keep us posted. So yeah, so that's a new addition to the Patreon. I need to sort out basically everything I'm doing. Yes, there's a few out there like that, mainly North America, but some of the big blockbuster LARPs like Sahara and Miskatonic University, a lot of them do have similar sort of things set up, where you have to essentially attend an interview. It's because they don't want twats there. Thank you, Jazz, for subbing. Again, you crazy, crazy person. I will say this on a nice note. It means a lot that even with everything that's gone on and me like taking time off and that, I've still got 45 subs. It's incredible that everyone still backs this. It means so much to me. It really does. Voyage North covers loads apart from plane ticket. Yeah, isn't it like kit, room and board and stuff? There's a lot. It's quite expensive, but yeah, there's a lot there. See if I can move. Oh no, it's just catching up with everything. I think after like 15 seconds, the top one vanishes anyway. Yeah, so it's going to be quite interesting. They make you interview for LARPs. Yes, yeah. I was having a chat with Chaos League from Italy, who have done a lot of. They did Sahara and they did Miskatonic University. They were at the gathering. They're very cool. I still need to edit their chat out so I can send it to them. That's a bit much, and there's plenty of charismatic people around who bullshit their way through interviews, like me. I bullshit my way through most things, but still. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff that we would like to go off and do, and like if we get enough, then we'd like to I think take other people. We'd like to be able to pay for an editor, a cameraman, which also means we'd cover like tickets and stuff, but that's long term goals. So Hype Train's gone. Oh well, never mind. So thank you for the bits and thank you for the subs. It's so cool. Yeah, so Empire, 1 year down. Well, another year down, shall we say. It's been... I really need to do some research on the bigger blockbuster LARPs. Seems really interesting. I'm going to be putting... when I get the talks edited so they're just on their own, I'm going to put them all onto YouTube. So the Chaos League stuff was very interesting, Luke. I got to ask a few questions because they charge about anywhere from 600 to 1,000 euros per person per event, which means that's a shitload of money. But with that, if people can afford it, they pay that. But it also means that part of that ticket also goes to helping other people. So if someone is completely brassic, they can't afford to do anything, but they've managed to get hold of a ticket, their ticket price just drops because the company want to encourage everyone to come. So it's quite interesting, to be honest. The planning behind it is immense. It's absolutely immense. Hello, Maury. How you doing, buddy? Hope you're good. Yeah, I mean, that's one side of it. That is only one side of it. So they do try to do their best to help people out. It's very difficult when you've got... So when they did Sahara, I believe they put tickets out for 80 people and they had something like 3,000 apply. So that's a lot going on there. And while it's great that they get so many, it's also good to hear that they try to help people out as well. But that seems to be the thing that a lot of LARPs are doing at the moment. Massive fest LARPs like Empire, for example, for them, it was, as it was explained to me, it's like they want to help people, but obviously with everything, all the prices going up, rent going up, bills going up, so they've had to raise prices. It means that where they want to help people, how can they help people? It's like, well, who qualifies and who decides ahead of it all. Doing good, thanks. Hope all are well as can be. Yeah, we're good. I am chilling and I'm wearing one of my birthday presents from my wife and my daughter. So yeah, I'm really chuffed with it. I love this top. So that link there is for the Patreon. So that's to my Patreon that has everything that all helps out there. I'm very grateful to the 8 Patreons that I have because they've been doing it for a very, very long time. And yeah, they're amazing people. I'm so grateful to them all. But yeah, 2 chaps go LARPing. Obviously, it's a piss take of Humes' stuff because why not? He's made such a big stuff out of it, so why not riff off it a little bit? And let's face it, almost common as shit, and Digby's not compared. So yeah, so two chaps go LARPing. Should be a giggle, but yeah, I think part of it is down to will be a thing where people can say, oh, there's a little LARP that goes on here in Nottingham or something like that, and so you should come and do that. So yeah, we'll go and do that and stuff. So we want to travel, we want to do everything. Beth, how you doing? I hope you're good. Beth sent me a lovely photo today of her and Patrick going in the battle, and yeah, you can make out on Patrick's thing he's got a little rag with Mac written on it, and you can make it out so clearly. So she just said it's like he's still with us. In a way, he still is. But I hope you're doing good, hun. I hope you're good. So yeah, so this is... There was something else, but I've completely forgotten. It is a perfect image. It is really, really nice. So the image I used at the beginning was a photo taken by Helen, actually, at the last event. Except for Smith side-eyeing the camera. Yeah, you could ignore that, though. Can't you? Oh, that was a thing. So next month... let me see if I can find the... There we go. This is the thing. That sounds like a lovely idea. Get folks looking at LARPs that they'd otherwise wouldn't do because it's... Yeah, exactly. That was my thoughts exactly. I have this. Oh. So, Make-A-Wish International. They really liked what I did with Aliens, where it was Aliens Light, and I was just really funny. So they want to... Yeah, we'll just cut him out. They've asked me to come back and do some more. So I obviously agreed because I love the Make-A-Wish Foundation. I love everything they do. So next month, but I'm also adding a little bit of spice into it as well. So next month, I'm doing the 3-part Alien game again. But it's going to be the sequel. It's going to be the follow-up to the last one. Because the last one went down so well that I'm going to do another one. Because why not? One of the time slots in it, so that it's going to be first, second, or third. So one of the time slots is open to anybody who wants to get involved. The first one, I have approached Hat Films again to see if they want to do it this time. They couldn't do it last time because it was literally, I gave them about a week's notice. So there was no way in hell. So there's going to be that. So hopefully they'll be able to do it, and which will be a funny one. And I've also approached Digby about seeing if we can get some of Soviet's ZF clan involved to do one which will be complete clusterfuck, let's face it. They were fun to watch, can't wait to see what happens. Horrible deaths, definitely. Without any shadow of a doubt. Killing people off was half the fun. Such a wicked and wild thing when I heard about it. Yeah, it's great fun. So Aliens is going to be a lot of fun to do. So I'll do that again. So we'll skip to discover the fate of the USS Portsmouth again, and we'll see how badly it goes for people. Then I'm doing a Werewolf the Apocalypse one for anybody who wants to get involved. Patrick is going, I think at the end of October, going to run a Call of Cthulhu one where I'm going to play in it. We'll see if it goes like all the other ones where I'm either an alcoholic or I shoot people on my own side. Who knows? Then there's a very special one. So the tabletop community at the moment is fucking toxic. And I hate it. And it was suggested online nearly in the terrible twos, almost there. Well, you are you're almost a toddler. It was suggested that by, I don't know if people have heard of Jesse Durdak and his wife, Mrs. Critical. Basically, where it would be great to get a female presenting only tabletop game where they all play. Well, it was suggested for D&D. They all play barbarians. But I'll sort of put a change on it. I'm going to do that. I will see how many femme presenting people I can get to play badass werewolves. We're going to go and kick the shit out of something. I have a story planned for that one already. So I did a D&D one shot at one point for Trot and Helen, and that was a story focused. It was a pyramid scheme religion, which was Scientology, and it was based around Donald Trump building a wall around a village. That was my entire plot for that one shot. It was hilarious. So you can imagine what I'm going to do for the women, because we need something fun. Something fun's got to happen. Nice. I hope so. I've had one person who I don't know. She saw it on Twitter and she's applied. But I am going to tweet out and ask people specifically as well if they want to get involved. But yeah, if you want to get involved, just ping me a message and we'll go from there. So, you hope event recovery has been smooth for all. I think some people are still recovering, mate. I really do. I know it took me... Well, I've officially torn my calf muscle, so I'm not allowed to do anything at the moment. I would say doctor's orders, but I think Helen will batter me within an inch of my life if I do anything. So I'm actually trying to rest for once. I really struggle with it, so please tell him not to do anything. There we go. You won't listen to me. Oh well. No, it wasn't an odd twinge, no. I had to get the nurse out, and she said as she was feeling at my calf, she could actually feel the tear at the back of my calf. So it's all sort of a bit... So, yeah. So I'm a bit screwed, really. Don't do anything, not even breathe. I know. I need to finish writing my Terminator campaign sometime. Oh, nice. Ouch, I got so ill from the heat, I burst a vessel in my eye and got shit so bad I'm lactose intolerant now. Oh, Jazz. Oh, man. That's amazing. I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh. But, oh my god, that's really caught me by surprise. That did. I will say this, your kit looked amazing. Your kit looked phenomenal. It looked so good. So, lastly, obviously I did the birthday thing at the request of a lot of people. We're up to £3. Oh god, it's awful. But still, I don't care. Yeah. Heck of an event. So yeah, E1. Let's jump back to E1. What happened at E1 for people? Let's go back to the start. What did everyone get up to at E1? I just poked myself in the fucking eye as well, haven't I? Oh, Joe. Thank you for the 1,000 biddies, you silly sod. Bit more now, yeah. I mean, everything does. We'll jump in. I mean, it'll pick up everyone's skint till payday. I'm just skint, but thank you, Joe. Yeah, it's all fine. It's all fine. I would say that the highlights of my events all year have been seeing people, trying to sit down. So I won my election and became Castellan of Spiral Castle, baby's first hat. Excellent. That's awesome. Congratulations. Well done, Alex. I mean, I am very proud of you. I know you put in so much effort into that. And then another one. So I should have made that bits, because, you know. But then again, if I make it bits, Twitch take a stupid fucking amount. But no, that's really cool. So that's E4 though, wasn't it? So you've just got your first hat. Like I just got my first hat in a long, long time. So Concord's Summer Summit next week is looking like it'll be near 30 degrees on one day, and the rest will be around 24 or so during the days anyway. The nights will probably freeze us solid again. So as visitors arrive, no worries, Dawn. It was good to see you. Yeah, we hit 35 degrees C this event, and then really cold at night. So weird to think that during this sort of time we're hotter than Australia. Doesn't make sense. Castellan of Spiral Castle sounds like a villain from He-Man. Yeah, it's like a bad Skeletor. What else we got? Ooh. Just wait until I Skeletor on you. Ooh. Bony. Yeah. So that was really cool. So first event was my first event back after surgery. So for me, the very first event was literally about getting as many drugs as I could, because that was when we had the Axos turn up for the first time. And we had a lot of stuff going on. And that was when I was able to create the biggest pack in PD's history, where they had to give me a carrier bag attached
the Golem
to
donated
it.
15 pounds. Elevate your bloody leg.
Elevate you. I can't, there's no room. Hold on. Might be able to do. Oh. There we go. Oh, fuck off, Streamlabs. I said anonymous. Oh, Bolan, thank you so much. You are a good lad. You are. Dirty Baggy, I saw it getting made and knew it was yours. Yeah, it was fucking huge. It had, I think it was like 250 Golden Lotus in it. So when that hit the field and people were going, oh, someone's bought 100 Golden Lotus in it, and then I think PD put something out on their Discord saying, yeah, we've got someone here with like 250. And I think a lot of people were just like, yeah, that's definitely Steve's. So, right, I've got my leg raised now. I'm going back to lying on the floor in pain. Have you done your back? Before I go, Alex, congratulations on the hat to go with that fine white hat. Your hat is magnificent, Alex. It is fine. Even in my state of been ages since I've spoken to you. I know, right? I know it's been too long. It's been at least 3.5 hours. If that, 2.5 hours, I think, actually. That hat was phenomenal. You've done really well. But painkillers, water, and chill, Bolam. That's all you need. I saw that from the Summer Home Senator, and I regret nothing. Good. As long as you're comfortable, and you know, protected from the sun. So yeah, so that for me that was mainly a lot of E1. I had a lot of people coming up to me at E1 just saying, "You look like an absolute state," and I was. So, But yeah, there's a lot of drugs going on at E1, in character drugs going on at E1. I have to add, and I think that's a wonderful statement from PD on the direction that the game has gone, because the way of the world where everything's shit, so people would look for ways to cheer themselves up. So narcotics, well, it's narcotics and booze, isn't it, really? That's the way that the lowly plebs like us enjoy ourselves in character anyway. So we had a lot of fun with that. So it's been really interesting to see the different sorts of narcotics that they've been bringing in, and the different like aspects of the game that it brings as well. I've really enjoyed doing all the reading on it and the books that it's brought out. So it's really opened me up to like other nations too, chatting to them. So like Issam, he plays Rav in Varushka. You got Patches in the Brass Coast. I even got to have a chat with Gisley this event when we've just sort of like been avoiding. It's like we've just constantly missing each other. I really need to introduce my mate Sam to you. He really wants to get into the drugs game. That's fine. It turns out the opiate of the masses is literally drugs. Who would have known? I know, it's shocking behaviour. But yeah, bring him over, Alex. That's totally fine. I mean, yeah, E1's going to be an interesting one for lots and lots of different reasons. Love how some high guard types try to stop the drugs, so Matt has put in a million more of different types. But it wasn't just high guard, because you had high guard who were putting pressure on Conclave, and the Apothecary Guild literally lied through their ass about the whole thing, and it was hilarious to watch, because where I've played for so long, you can sit back and watch the machinations as they're happening, and you know what's coming, and you know what's there's the Imperial Censor now. Yeah, the Fun Police. Yeah. Oh, fuck it. We might as well just talk about E4 because so much happened. So we have a new throne, which is interesting. It all got... I'm not going to go on about the Mithril Man. He's dead. There have been so many memes. On board now. Sad for the player. And I hope he comes back and does something that he enjoys. I hope all the people involved get executed, and I hope that the people who went and literally mob-handed, grabbed the guy, have a talking to as well, because mob justice isn't cool. Sad for Mithril. I didn't even know this person was in the running for the throne. I'd been told the 3 front runners for it. I knew one of them wasn't going to get it, and the other one, they were just people there. It'll be interesting to see what they do, how it goes. I think it'll be a fun one for them. The player of Lizabetta, she spent a fortune on trying to get it all sorted and getting stuff going. Claude Cutter was who I expected to get it. I didn't really care who got it. I think I knew. See, I had the opinion that Beaumont was in the... I know he was in the running, but I thought he had been around for so long that there were people there who I see don't like Beaumont, so there would be too many people working against him, too many detractors. So I think that would hold him back a little bit. So the game was smaller last time. It was harder to get lost. I don't think. I mean, Lisabetta, she did so much. She worked so hard. The reason that one of the reasons that she wanted to step away from the throne was literally because she was exhausted. And I think if it stops becoming fun, then don't do it. When the fun stops, change something, change what you're doing. Was this? I heard he was arrested beforehand, failing to turn up to inquisitions that kept getting rescheduled. What, Beaumont was that? No, I didn't realise that. I mean, inquisitions aren't always a bad thing. No point being in charge if it ain't fun. No, exactly. I think there's a lot that's to be said for the game if people are just doing it for the sake of doing it. The big thing that I mean, burn that shit, like, get fucked. Get fucked. You'll have to keep us, you'll have to let us know what the score is, because Scum are playing tonight. Did I say Scum? Oh, no. You're playing Leicester tonight, so you'll have to let us know what the score is and stuff. The long race for the throne was annoying. The new face felt refreshing, and the throne's elect speech stood out. I didn't hear the speeches. Were they good? That's interesting. A Varushkan throne. They have a good history for thrones, so what could go right? Yeah. I think there's going to be a lot of stuff going on, and I think next E1 will be a very interesting game. There's a clear difference in the quality and energy of the speeches. It's like when people speak about stuff with passion, isn't it? When I put out the Viking stuff from Epic Armory's bits, you can hear the passion and love in their voices. It really stands out a mile away, and it's wonderful. I'm excited to have a throne because there are certain things we couldn't do without a throne. Now I'm excited to see happen. Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. I think it's what... when Lisabetta took the... I mean, we had people going for the throne from year 2. And they weren't great. No one really stood out. I think people said it was too soon. But when... now we've got someone to blame, exactly. So that when... certain people were going around to the nations, they literally addressed all the nations, and I think that's probably where they failed. Can't remember who was it who said, but they said they've now got people who are addressing the competition rather than the empire as a whole. It's not a case of I don't have to convince all of you, I just have to convince these people. So I think that was very much an interesting... Got to put my leg down. I think it's very much an interesting way to look at stuff. So, but I'm interested to see what happens. I mean, my claim to the throne, my candidacy for the throne was literally constantly, elect me, I'll be worse than Nicobar. Who knew? Who knows? It could happen. I hope all that veto power is going to get used and align the different powers. It needs to get used correctly. So, Lisabetta was very good. But she took a Navarre army for a year. Which meant that Navarre just couldn't stand her. So there was lots of stuff that was going on there. Which made the whole... her position quite precarious. There was an execution attempt, well, an assassination attempt, I should say. So there was lots of things that went on with it. You're not going to make everyone happy. So I think if you are going to do it, you need to be quite thick-skinned, because people with hats get a lot of hate from people who want the position, and it sucks. So if you've got anxiety or anything like that, these people are working against you in game, it really does hit you quite hard. So I hope that this person, when they get the throne, I really hope that they run with it, and I hope they do well. I genuinely do, because I think the game needs a bit of stability now for a while. Someone who could bring the nations together, someone who can kick Urizen out of the Empire. So, of course, don't just say no, but make sure things are done with a vision. Hope the character has strong convictions to follow. It's more fun that way. Yeah, definitely needs a bit of stability too. Yeah, so a bit of conviction, bit of stability, bring everyone together. Because if all that's going on, it means people are looking less. Apparently, Disney's saying, please do not try and send icy proposals to the player of the new throne elect less than a week since the game ended. I have been asked if I'm going to propose to the new emperor. I'd be tempted. I feel like governmental stuff has been kind of floaty to the average citizen, whereas now people will say, well, no, the throne said this. Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting. But like Bolam says, don't contact them already. We got the long dark. If you want to write to them, give it a while. Send them. If you're determined to do something and send them a message, at least ask if it's all right to. So at least then they can say, "Can you leave it?" I can see them saying, "Can you leave it till the new year?" Or they might be uber keen and say, "Yes, send everything now. You've got 20 minutes." Who knows? So I think there's a lot of stuff that's going to go on, and I think it's going to create a lot of confusion to start off with. Senate won't know where they stand. Conclave won't know where they stand. Synod won't know where they stand. The Emperor's going to have to come in and put his foot down. Or is it? Is it a guy? I thought it was a girl. I'm confused. I've confused myself. I'm done. Fucking hell. Sorry, I'm having a moment. So, yeah, they need to get something done. And I think that it will create a lot of game. It will create a lot of fun. I'm holding myself back from sending certain IC letters, not to the Empress, but having to be like, oh yeah, I should give people time to decompress. Yeah, I've had a few people ask if they could write to me about stuff. And I'm just like, can we leave it? Can we get September out of the way? So, because once September ends, people will start. Okay, what else is going on? So, yeah, just give him a little bit of time, and then we can have a look at everything from there, can't we? Really, it'll be fun. I hope that they do the little tour. Yep, Wake Me Up When September Ends is actually my birthday song, because my birthday is on the 3rd of September. So having that is quite apt for me. So I think it would be something I would love to see would be for the new Empress to wander around and go and see a lot of people. So I think that would be a great. My birthday is on a Friday. It was this year. Hibernate for 3 weeks after the last Empire weekend of the year seems reasonable. Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to be using my time to sort of. I had a couple of beers last night. I'm not going to drink for a while now. I don't think I've had enough alcohol for a bit. So I'm just going to use it to relax and stuff. I'd love to see the new Empress wander around and go and just chat to halls, to groups, just to say, hi, I'm now large and in charge. How do you think things are going? And then obviously I can propose, they can say no. Could drug them. Could you imagine? Our new empress is on bite at the moment. What the fuck is happening here, people? So, yeah, there'll be a lot of stuff like that. I think it'll be a lot of conversations are had, and I think the people who want to be in charge but aren't will be trying to push their weight around a bit. But that's just the politics game. Empire is a social political game, so I'd love that. I think it'd be very, very interesting to see. I mean, what does everybody want to see from the new Empress? What does everybody want to see them do? Open like another 2 fronts? I mean, we've got the Grendel War coming back. There's a chances of scraps with the Iron Confederacy. The Assaveans still want to be at war with us, but they're way too far away to do anything about it. So there's loads. There's loads of things going on. I just need the Cold Sun. Oh, come on, allow that. Oh, you did. Thank you, Ben. Need the Cold Sun sorting out because that is a problem. I love the Cold Sun. Huge stack of mana. My knee has been giving me so much jip from all the walking from E4. Yeah. Looking forward to raiding the Grendel in downtime. Cannot wait to monster as Grendel. Yeah, I miss fighting the Grendel. They were a lot of fun. OC, I'd like to see the ritual mages totally unharmed, pardoned, and uninvestigated. IC opinions may or may not differ. PD has been handing out purple fabric to eat. Yeah, I know. There's a lot of fun stuff going on there, I think. I will say, I do agree and like... Don't know if you can hear that. Yep. That's I don't know what the hell that was, but still. The plans for the Dawn EMU, and I'm like, gimme. Yeah, the EMUs get a lot of fun. Imagine if the new Empress accepts your proposal. You'll probably be flipping out of your mind for a second or two, but nah. I think it was a plane. We've got an airport a few miles away. So I think they were just taking off. A jet-powered kettle. It might as well have been. Very loud. But I have got it's quite hot in here, so I've got our door open out to the outside. I say a balcony. It's like that big. That's literally the width of our balcony. So it's a 6-inch balcony. 6-inch balcony. Just saying. No, that sort of stuff is just a laugh. That's all it is. I think the Grendel coming back will give us something else to focus on. I'm bored of Yeoman. I've beaten them up too often now. I want to beat someone else up. The Druge. Yeah, the Druge are fun to kill. Fun to beat shit out of. The Cold Sun. I think there have been 2 successful skirmishes now against the Cold Sun out of the 20 that happened at the last event. So I want to monster as Grendel as well as fighting them. Yeah, the Grendel are a lot of fun, but so are the Druge. Yeah, so there have been 2 successful skirmishes now against the Cold Sun. Both of the successful ones were Wintermark. So there's a lot of stuff going on with the mass calls as well. I mean, PD's plot over the year, you can see the changes. I know that plot writers have left and new ones have come in. So it's been very hit and miss. We're burning mana like pocket money. Yes, we are. We really, really are. So, yeah. I think a lot. Apparently, it's difficult to hear calls wearing the cold sun mask, which is a problem PD is aware of. They've been doing well. From what I've heard, the calls have been correct, and the reaction has been correct for the initial part, and there's ways and means, but I can't go into it because it's actually current plot. But I'm just been made aware that it is correct at the moment. I've had some very interesting things about how to deal with the cold sun on skirmishes, so I look forward to seeing if they work. You have to enlighten me, because they are the cold sun. From my experience, they're shock troops. They will come in, they will hit really hard, and if you hold them, you will hold them and win. You'll fight them back, and you'll beat them. So the very first skirmish that we had, they came and they hit us. They shattered a lot of things, but then they didn't have any more shatter, and they can't pick themselves up. So we just beat the shit out of them. Apparently, singing and playing music breaks their focus and causes them to make stupid mistakes. I heard you have to invite them to a dance-off. That's how you serve them. That's interesting. Still to be tested. I think there's going to be a lot of stuff going on, and a lot of stuff that I look forward to hearing fail. I like the fact that the Cold Sun are genuinely battering the Empire right now. But then again, though, a lot of this is all the Synod's fault. It's all all Conclave's fault, because, or the Senate or whoever, they didn't put enmity on the Cold Sun immediately. They left it for an event, so it meant that they essentially quadrupled in size. So they fucked us. They fucked us royally. If true, I cannot wait until the battle piano comes out. I've been enjoying the bagpipes at Empire. They have been an absolute breath of fresh air. They have been so cool. There's also been... what's it called? You have to turn it at one end, and there's like a little piano thingy on top. Brain's gone. This is why we need a strong voice in Conclave. Get Steve to Conclave. Hurdy-gurdy. Yeah, that's it. A strong voice in... Get Steve to Conclave. No. Conclave couldn't do it because the parlay was after the last Conclave session. So call an emergency session. Things happen. I mean, if something goes really bad and you go, ooh, everything's exploding, we're going to lose 100,000 Empire citizens. Well, let's wait till next season and we'll deal with it. Oh, PD says no. Oh, okay. That sucks. Oh, I suppose you do need civil service there, don't you? Oh, well. Never mind. But, yeah, that's absurd. Yeah, I think if there was enough of a push for it and they had a civil servant free, I could see them going, right, you can host a 10-minute session, perhaps. But who knows? I think that's an email to PD job, that one. There's a reason some bars have signs up saying day mages pay double. Yes, that's very much a Digby thing. So the Rowdy Raven had that, and I did enjoy listening into the few arguments that happened because of it. I'm not Huskarl for the hall at the moment, so I don't have to deal with it. At E1, you saw 6. They copied ours. That's all I can say. You know, we're trendsetters over here. So, I think there's just a lot to be going on with, isn't there? I got excused of being a day mage. I got accused of being a day mage. Really rude. I was offended. I was gonna say, yeah, you're a night mage, aren't you? There's just a lot of stuff going on. So, what are people looking forward to for E1? What's the big things that are going on in people's worlds? I'd like to know. My E1 is all up in the air. I might be attending, I might not. There's other stuff going on as well. It's just loads of stuff. So I want to entangle more bad guys. So you're going to entangle the Empire because we are the bad guys. Quite literally, just the bad guys. Mr. Digglebert's gone live. Bose just sent me a meme. Did you actually expect a marriage proposal sent to the Empress-elect, despite never met her IC or OC, would actually work? Kinda. It's funny because it's true. That's all I can say. Let's get back into it. Yeah, so I think there's a lot of stuff there. E1 for us too cold for the smalls. Yes. Yeah, definitely. Having an event that doesn't burn 7 layers of skin off, then storms that pack down. Yeah, that would be good too. I want to entangle a specific subset of bad guys. That's better. I'm looking forward to buying a stove. Hoping to go and be hired as a bard. Come along to us. We pay our bards. So yeah, you're more than welcome to come and perform. And that, do it. Pay your fucking bards. Already did. I know. And we paid you. If we didn't pay you, I'm gonna be fucking embarrassed. And I need to take it up with the hall. How much did we pay you? I hope we paid you. Please tell me we paid you. I'm watching chat avidly now. You gave me piss. Did I give you drugs? Sounds about right, to be honest. Yeah. Gave you drugs. Improve on my trading roleplay and flog some more shiny stuff. Yes, we still need to have a chat about the Hall rings as well. But yeah, Yogurt, come back, and we'll actually pay you money rather than drugs. I've been doing that a lot, really. When people say, "Oh, I need this, and this," I say, "Well, if you go and sell these, you can get it." We'll do, hopefully, with more songs too. That's cool. That's all good. Did anyone at the bar hear Yaska's song at all? About being new to Anvil. It's so good. It was so good. I'm hoping he will upload a digital copy, so then I can put it at the beginning of the stream, because it's such a good song. Going to be looking at the trading game heavily. There's a lot of people doing that now. The trading game has boomed, shall we say. We can have a comment about that in a week or so once things have settled. Yeah, all good. Yeah, he needs to make a SoundCloud. What? Curse a fuck ton of people at E1. Put on a few nations. Yeah. I might upset a few nations. Yeah, you probably will. Yeah, so you are the new Baba Yaga. And Yaska needs to make a new SoundCloud. Couldn't make it to Empire Vision as we were doing Broken Wheel. Lots of fun doing a scam to sponsor a barbarian. Hello, Steph. How you doing? You were missed. and Bolem's currently broken on the floor. Yeah, I really enjoyed. I think they've got Broken Wheel right now. It was really fun to see because it's meant to. Broken Wheel's meant to be teaching you the traditions, make you question the traditions as well. I was thinking a lot of you people. Well, you were missed. There was so a lot of stuff were going on like that. So someone sold me the a Mane of Withril. I think I bought it for £1. And it's got a ribbon on it and everything, and it's literally there to make you question wisdom. And is what people are telling you, is it trustworthy? So the roleplay effect is mwah, so cool, so very, very cool. I'm so glad it's growing up from Freeborn Fuck With You Day. Yeah, because that was boring as shit. I used to, when I was in Hurst Hall, and we used to get the Freeborn coming around on Broken Wheel, we just used to tell them to leave. It's like, go away. Not welcome. Not tonight, you're not welcome. So it caused a lot of issues. So, yeah. Mochi, hello. How are you? We're doing well. I'm good. Good. I'm very tired. I'm very, very tired. But, you know, I am all good. But still. Yes, there's going to be a lot of some amazing bards now. I'd love to see more displays of that. The Bard Factor was also amazing. There's a lot of very talented people out there. We had we had Tarek coming along to us, which was so funny, so very, very funny. It's like, we know the virtues. He's an incredibly poor, verging on heretical take on a virtues, which is so bad. You're like, this is wrong because this virtue is this, and we're like, we know. I think that's where it all. I'm sure he will, Steph. It sounds like he's looking after himself. I think that's where they went wrong. It was just a joke, and it shouldn't have been. Kind of like how Ricky Gervais's what jokes work. Yeah, pretty much. It seems to be done a little bit more seriously this time. It was like the Wintermark festival has fallen apart already. I don't think it's happening again. Because these festivals are meant to be like, let's show off our nation to everybody else so people can see what we do. So Wassail, Broken Wheel, the Spring Festival, the High Guard Walk of the Dead one, Dawn, I don't know, they do something, the Flower Festival, and things. So all of the nations do this. So you got the Reapers in League. So all of the nations have got memorable ones. Yeah, that's literally it, Yogurt. That is literally it. I think they've got it right though this time round, because everybody hated it before that. It was a bit crap. So it's really good. But I think all the nations have got their own ones that are very memorable. I'll be honest, as a relatively new person, the Empire, I didn't even know we had a festival. We used to, right at the beginning, but no one wanted to run it, so it stopped. Then they tried to bring it back, and then the national festival became, let's all go and sit down and try to work with each other. That was it. Yeah, not great. Bit boring. I didn't go because I've got no interest. This is meant to be something to get all of the nations. So you go round to the nations. I wanted to have a little... wasn't it who could get cursed by Krampus? Yeah, but the Krampus got murdered like 8 times in a row. Chasing paragons out of the camp. Like, get out of here with your virtues, you silly paragon. We have no time for you tonight. That makes sense. That's funky. Wintermark has some amazing people who clearly love to do things for the good of the nation. I'm surprised no one wanted to be in charge of the festival. Well, I think when you've got 500 people, I think that's where the issue where it lay. So I think the problem was it's like became herding cats. No one wanted to be that person who ran it. My idea for a national festival was Wintermark's about hospitality. So why don't we go and share our hospitality with the Empire? Let's get a shitload of food and drink and go to all the nations and invite them to come and have a sandwich with us. That was my plan. And I think it would have been really cool. Looking at the moment into booking for 2024, very excited. Awesome. I'm still about for that chat if you ever want to have a natter about what you're playing, where you're going and stuff. Always happy to help. Wassail 2.0. Yeah, I think so. I mean, it just works. The Varushkins would certainly improve. Wintermark National Festival could be Poker Dunning, just put a festival around it. Yeah, that would be interesting. But I think the Dunnings did get involved as well. So, but Poker Dunning could be quite fun. Hospitality and all that. Yeah. Thank you. I'll definitely take you up on that. Going to Lurk for a wee while. Need to finally crack on with the dissertation. Hope you have a wonderful stream. Look forward to catching you later. Thank you for lurking. Thank you for being here. Food and hospitality seems to have creeped into all the nation's briefs, more or less. Yeah, I think Wintermark's was hospitality like from the start. Navarre had it as well, and it's now become, because I think where it's got so big that PD want everybody to help everybody, and so it makes sense to say, oh, hospitality. It's a big thing in all the nations now. It makes sense and it works. I've loved the fact that I can go into any nation. Like last event, I was in Highguard, I know, of all places, and someone just came out to me and just said, "You look really hot. So you thirsty?" I was just like, "Yeah." They said, "Come and sit down." So I went and had a chat with them for 5 minutes, and they gave me like 5 pints of water. It was, yeah, really, really cool. It's just common courtesy. It was nice. It's almost as if other LARPers are happy to be with other LARPers and like sharing. I know, it's disgusting behaviour, isn't it? Really is. It's terrible. But it was really nice just to have all of that going on. And I would love to see more of a national thing from Wintermark where we go to other nations. So, excuse me. Oh dear. It's but I know all the nations are getting a little bit of love, aren't they? So they're going to be, parts of it will be rewritten and getting a bit of a touch up. I know there's another rule which is being looked at by PD. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it or not, so I'm not going to talk about it, but it'll be very welcome if it changes. I know that much. So yeah, keep your eyes open for that one, I guess. So I think E1 seems like it's going to be a fun one. Maybe hospitality is in all briefs, just to make sure we're nice to each other, because chances look good. I'll bring 2 Swiss friends to E3 next year. I'll read the league brief again with them. It's in there too. There we go. So it's in the league brief as well. All the nations. Tease, yeah. Hope it's banning IC theft. It is being looked at. That's literally what's being looked at. So not so much of a tease. They felt that they needed time, I believe, to have a look at the rules. Because for me, as someone who has been robbed in game, because they very publicly stole from me, it has 2 OC damaging. I mean, they stole from me and they stole my cancer meds. So, I mean, what the actual fuck is wrong with people? So I think there's lots of stuff. It's tricky because theft it's a real thing. But I think too many players have now stolen and not returned. So they've nicked the box with everything in it, and then people have said, yeah, we found the box. It was dumped behind the hub. Or something like that. So I think there's a lot of stuff to it. Something needs to be changed. Because people who have been robbed, it's when they have stuff stolen that's in a sealed tent, because players don't care. Yeah, I can see the argument on both sides. I just think the rules need to be enforced. Yeah, oh god, no, yeah, 100%, Chris. I just, yeah, it takes zero. That's exactly it. It takes zero effort to get it to God. But I don't think people want that stigma of going to God and just going. I mean, I have been that player where I have stolen, where someone left a sword with a ribbon on it that I wanted, and it was easier for me just to put my arm around the tent and go yoink, pick that up, and off it comes. And then I went up to God and I just said, look, I'm taking this ribbon off. I said, I've stolen this. And they went, okay, do you want to put it in lost property? And I went, oh, I can take it back to the player if you want. And they went, that'll be lovely. So I literally went back down to them and I said, God have asked me to return this sword to you because someone's stolen something. They had no clue it was me. So, yeah, I mean, theft would be interesting. You get a ref, but you will need a lot more refs then. Hopefully, they also give the militia better sensitivity training. That too. There's a huge difference between sliding your friend's unvigilantly scattered coins off the table and going into someone's open or otherwise tent and grabbing a resource box. There's a lot of shit there. There is a lot that you need to look at. You need a ref for to poison anyone. Too many assholes that are dumping stuff after theft. There are quite a few new young shirtless lads with a poor grasp of I did not know that, Jazz. That sucks. That needs to be addressed as well. So yeah, I mean, poisoning people, like we poisoned people in our own hall, but it was very obvious what was going on. It was very obvious that I was pouring bittersweet brew into the drink, and then I was going up to people going, do you want a drink? And they're like, no. And I was like, do you want a drink? It's so obvious what I was doing. So when they went, you're fine, and they have a swig, and then I give them the lammy. And that was it. So there's a lot of stuff there. But I think when it comes to other rules, I think, Pete, it's just a case of, look, don't be a dick. There are rules here for a reason. It's hot. Everyone's sweaty. Don't touch people. If they don't want to be touched, don't touch them. So I just think it's very much common sense, a lot of it. I know there are a lot of people out there who will push people into being skeezy in bars, putting arms around people that they don't want to be touched. I've threatened them. Good. I'm glad. I don't think I had anyone touch me. I was about to say I got groped, but that was at the Copenhagen thing. So funny. There's a certain photo from Copenhagen that I can't look at anymore because I can, I can see the person who grabbed my ass. Oh dear. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff like that. I'm not defending them at all. They need to be spoken to. But I think when you get a lot of new people coming to these sorts of things and they get too caught up in the moment, they go too far. And then it's like, Everyone needs a jazz with them, by the sounds of things. Do you just fucking touch me? Fuck off. Really easy. Well, anyway, you could do that. I wish new players had to go to at least the new player meeting on Fridays. Some people rock up and have no clue. Yeah. I mean, where I do this, I get a lot of people message me to say, do you know about this? Do you know about that? Do you know about the other? It's like, yeah. Know all of this. And then some people have said, I'm coming to my first event. I don't know any of the rules. I don't know anything about the nation I'm joining. What should I do? It's like, well, read this page. It's like, yeah, I don't get on with reading. It's like, watch this video, listen to these podcasts. I don't. They're too long. It's like, okay, well, what the fuck do you want me to do then? I'm trying to help you, but you're ignoring it. I want to wear this. It's like, you can't wear that. It's like, it's so off brief. People are dicks. Yeah, but I agree with you, Yoga, though. I think every player, I think there should be, you know, like in like websites and stuff like that, where you sign up to something, you have to sign a contract. You have to sign something to say, or it's not the website, when you're at work, where you do like the health and safety stuff, you have to sign something to say, I have done this, I have read this, I know this. That is what people need to do. Players need an elastic band on their hand to say that they have passed safety check, like the weapons. Do it every year. Send out something to people so that way you can say to them, they go, oh, I didn't know that was a rule. You go, well, you've signed this and sent it back. You can't actually book a game until you have signed this and read that you understand this. Until you've done all of that. If people people do that and then they fuck up in game, there's no way back for them. Yes, that's it. You don't get an event wristband unless you go to a briefing, or you have read the terms of service and signed it every single year. I think that would be a really good idea. Even make it an IC thing of, so when you're there walking around, you've got a ribbon, it's a little something that you can wear. It's just something. I think that would be quite a fun one. Sorry, chat. I'm gonna be heading back to have a little. Oh, 1 minute. Maybe I'm not that far behind. Don't get another wristband. It's another one. I don't know what the hell's going on out there. Should actually be a box to tick every time you book. Like, I read the conduct rules. Yeah, that works. Player packs or signing contract or something. Yeah, that all works. I think the people in question who are touchy were new players. They need to be taken aside. I think refs, egregores, other players just go, look, please take your hands off of these people. They don't want it. Don't touch them. That's it. I know I've had to do it for players where I've had to step in and say, don't talk to her. She's told you to leave her alone. Go away. So, but I know a lot of people aren't as bullshit as me. So I would happily do it. I just think there's a lot of stuff that could be done. New players and just... Really? I didn't see that. Oh, I did not see that, Jazz. That sucks. Oh, I know you are, Mark, yeah. I mean, that's the sort of thing that's needed. Not so much the brute force element, but more the, look, they've said no, go away. Or just don't touch people, please. I mean, in the bar, I'm more than happy to do it. Jazami told them right away, but they were very drunk. Oh. It was about 2 a.m. in the Winter Bar, but was it in my pub? Nah, if it was in my pub, you would have told me, and someone would have had a chair inserted in them. So that means it was in Artisan's Arms. Okay. It might be worth... I might have a chat with our army tent, Artisan's Arms. I might have a chat with our representative for the bars just to put something in the group to say, look, we're having reports of people being touchy-feely. Can you keep an eye out? It's just, people's safety. I saw a couple of players. I couldn't pick out the nation. The kit was odd. And one middle of the day in shorts and a t-shirt. I thought the Artisans they've passed over ownership to some other people now who sort everything out. So, I think they need... Safety is something that has to be addressed and needs to be taken more seriously. For me, it will always be a serious thing. Email in if you feel up to it. Make PD aware of what's going on, but only if you have the spoons. Yeah. Always the No Nation peeps who are worst. Yeah, I think I saw one guy, an old guy with a dog, who I had a chat with, who turns out was the farmer. Not touching people. He was just walking around. And he came over and he was just like, "You're running a bar?" I was like, "Yeah." We had a little chat about it. And then he went on in his way. He enjoys... I've spoken to him a few times. He enjoys seeing what we all do. He loves it. His kids want to come and get involved. I don't know if anybody witnessed the laser pen thing on the Friday night, I think it was. You can see a purple light just going out all the way across the field and it's coming from the farmhouse. Some of the OC, some kit literally changed. So my trousers, I literally rolled up to above my knees. There was another separate guy later on who tried stroking my arm. Yeah, too drunk, too excited. It's all shit, basically. But physical contact when it's not wanted or needed or asked for, it's not cool. Never cool. I will say this to everybody. If anything happens and you don't feel comfortable to go to a ref, you are always welcome to come up to me. Come and find me. I will always have your back. Lots of weirds about. As a bar, if people are too drunk, we don't serve them. We do say to people, no, you're gone. You're cut off. You haven't been drinking here, but you're cut off. So we do it, and I know other bars too do it. So I know the Nabar did it. So there's a lot of stuff that goes on. Safety around alcohol has been an issue since the beginning of the game. The Rowdy Raven is a good one. I'm very proud of what we've got at our pub. I really am, and I think there's a lot of people who get involved with us who enjoy what we do. So yeah, I'm very, very proud of our pub and getting people involved. So remember at E2, someone at the Raven nearly didn't serve me until it was like, I'm role playing, I'm Mongoose. Brilliant. See, I tell you what, Beth, that's hilarious. That's perfect though. I think an IC thing, it's like, no, I'm not serving you. You're on drugs. Yeah, I'm not serving you. Come back when you've mellowed. So I have heard a lot of people have said to PD that we are a good place to go. So it's really, we've got such a good thing there. I mean, with Rabbit, the Chili Man, there as well, Hayden, Dan, Digby behind the bar, Alex and Scott and Charlie behind the bar as well. We have a nice setup. We've done very well, I think. We are the best pub by far. I'm glad. I mean, that Empire bar, Rabbit is a legend. He really is. The Empire Bar, I didn't even go in it. I saw it before it was open and had a little mooch. And then there was always a fantastic conversation happening anytime I swung by. It really was. We get a lot of interesting people there. And I think we'll just get busier and busier. Will be the place to go, I reckon. Give it a while. Make it you a bigger bin to set up next to if you get too popular. Yeah, the bog and bin. I actually have heard people refer to us as the bog and bin now in character as well. Zara's got a lot to answer for. She's done so well. She really has. But yeah, I think safety is paramount, and I think that's where we started, and then we sort of everything grew from there. So we made sure people were safe, and then we built on top of that, and I think we've done really well with it. So I can't complain. We've got great people who there. We get great people who come along. We get people like Yogurt who takes drugs as payment. So I just think there's so much to be done. Bigger and better things. But yeah, I would say if anybody's got a safety thing, email PD if you can. They're going to be... You've got all the long dark. When you get that moment where you can go, this person, or I was being touched, they have to address it. Had a confusing interaction briefly with someone I thought was a herald due to their kit. Was it Stabby McStabface? 2-foot mushroom hat. Never heard of that in any... Yeah. Mushrooms aren't in the brief. That's it. The mushroom stuff, I believe, was a meme on TikTok. So, was it that girl who had the sparkly mushroom hat? Because, yeah, I saw her as well. It is off brief. It's the Ren Fair thing off of TikTok. I think Abby and Max told me about it last at E3. Yeah, well, I assumed it was like a herald. Yeah, I can understand that. People getting confused what's appropriate. It happens. It does happen, and I can understand people getting a bit confused. We are absolutely blessed with our wiki. I saw the leather top hat was back. Oh, yeah. I mean, as an egregore or a ref, you are meant to grab people and say, that's not on brief. Sorry. Can we have a quick chat? So you'll get away with it for... not at all salty. I never get photographed. I like the fact that you get people like Ollie Facey, Rich and Ben who go around and walk around the field and take lots of photos. Not so much on the Ben number of photos, because he takes 700,000 photographs an event, and then spends the next 200 streams trying to get it sorted. Yeah, they do. And egregores have grabbed people. What? That's literally part of the ref's brief. Egregores are refs. In essence, they are. That's part of the egregore brief. Egregores have been told that they can do that. I know that because I have had the egregore do it to me at the beginning of the game. It was an event to be walking around all in black feathers and stuff. Yeah. Apparently they definitely do not have to, and how dare I suggest. They don't have to, but they can, and you are right to suggest. So, let's encourage the players to maintain the visual and thematic identity of each nation. There we go. Literally in writing. So let's do this, shall we? is it? Window capture. Okay, we're doing this quickly. This will be the last thing I do. Okay. Egregores. First point of contact for players of each nation. The source of plot in the nation. Get players involved in the plot. Encourage the players to maintain the visual and thematic identity of each nation. You can't see me. I'm exasperating. My hands are in the air. You can see it down here. Ooh. So, that's it. It's really simple. Some of the egregores are able to referee bindings and rituals. So they're not there to make leadership. Blah, blah, blah. So yeah, there's a lot of there's a lot of stuff that they can do, but it's literally in writing. That they are there for thematically to do that. So there we go. So I'm let's get rid of it. Sorry about that, Jazz, but yeah. But yeah, I would quote from that page. Yeah, maybe there's differences in what the egregores are comfortable doing. I think that's it as well. Some egregores don't like people don't like confrontation, and I think going up to a player and saying, "I like your kit," it's not completely on brief. I said, "So can we sit down? Can you come to the egregore tent, and we'll sit down and we'll have a chat about more about what you can do to improve?" And that's it. I say all kit is aspirational, so let's work on that. You've got this here. Say, don't wear the top hat. Let's move forward from there. What, you want to wear a hat? There are hats that you can wear in your nation. Blah, 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 blah. Absolutely delighted to announce that me and the other half have ordered pizza. Nice. I had a sausage, bacon and waffle sandwich. I had 2 of them. That was my dinner. Brasco should have 3 egregores. They're very short on egregores, and I know that 3 or 4 are stepping down in after this event. So a waffle in a sandwich, yes. But yeah, I thought there were a lot more. So Wintermark pretty much has been running on 2, Navarre on 3, some nations only on 1. More egregores would be super cool, but it's a hard job. It is a very hard job. They do an amazing bit of work. They are literally frontline. So, but yeah, you'll hate this then, Beth. I used to a bit of toast, a waffle, put the waffle in the toaster as well. Then I used to put that on the slice of bread, and then I used to put some cheese on top of it, put it in the oven and let it all melt, and then eat that. A waffle cheese toasty. Oh, so good. The waffles do an amazing job. They all do. It is a hard job, so I can understand why they don't then want to go over and have a little bit of confrontation with someone. So yeah, it's a tough call, and I can see why. Are we talking sweet waffle or potato? Or potato waffle. Yeah, one of the Dornish egregores stepped down at E4. Yeah, I knew that one. So I think Dorne have got one egregore now. Varushka have got one, I believe. I think League are down to 2. Navarre are down to 2. The Orcs, I think, have been really the only consistent ones there, really. So, still, anyway, I digress. So I'm going to call it there. Thank you, everybody, for coming to watch. Thank you, Bolam, for the birthday stuff. Thank you, Joe, for the birthday bits. Steve for egregore. I'll be an amazing egregore. I want there to be an empire-wide egregore. This is the spirit of the empire. Where the fuck have we gone wrong? Drugregore. Yeah, see, that would work massively. It would be so good. Could you imagine? But what nation would I be an egregore? What would be the best nation for me to be an egregore of, do you think? I'm interested to see what people would think. Drugregore. I like that. Am I typecast? Do you think I'm typecast here at all? Highgate. Thank you, Pete. Marches. Marry into League, then you can be a League egregore. Aww. League would be fun. To be honest, if Varushka, once you marry the throne, 5 rings on each finger, yeah, that'd be fun, wouldn't it? Yeah, thanks everybody for coming on to watch. Propose to all of the League, yeah. But yeah, thank you all for coming on to watch. I'm gonna raid. So I'm currently, I'm watching. Let's see. Oh, he stopped. Oh, Digby's streaming. But I recommend. So I've been putting it in the Discord. Colton Crawford. He's the banjo player from the Dead South. He is such a nice guy. Such a positive streamer. I recommend you go and watch him. He is very good. Tell him that I sent you, because I get a shout out every single time I say hi now. It's just a lovely guy. But yeah, I need to do more community based things. I need to start getting back into it all. And I will. More energy, more focus and stuff like that. So we're going to go raid Digby. Alpha Throne eventually. Cheers, Steve. No worries. And I will get the raiding, sorted at some point. But yeah, go and spread the love. Go say hi. Thank you for this. It's been a nice chilled one. It's been a good end to the week. Have a good evening. Have a good weekend, everybody. And take care of yourselves.